is Zach with StrictlyShisha, and I'm here with a tutorial video today on how to pack a Hookah John Harmony bowl. And we're packing today a Tangiers Cane Mint, and a lot of you guys have trouble packing this, so I'm here to show you guys how I do it. And it works pretty well for me so far. We're going to do the first way is going to show you with foil, or actually we'll do it with the Harmony the first way, and then the second way we'll do with foil. Alright, so a lot of people use an oyster fork, but I don't mind getting a little dirty. So I just mix it up, get the juices flowing. Okay, and I did acclimate this when I first got it. I let it sit out for about 4 hours. And then put in a shallow Tupperware like this and just cut the label on top like everyone else does. I start off by sprinkling a little bit in there. Make sure it's, a decent amount, like evenly spread out. There's no gaps in between the amount that I'm putting in between. Just like that. And don't forget, Tangiers has to be packed on pretty dense. So what I do is now I take my finger and I just kind of mash it down. And it's not as hard as everyone makes it seem. You just honestly just gotta pack it dense and not too high. And the Harmony, in my experience, is one of the easiest and best ways to pack Tangiers and smoke Tangiers. So I'm just kind of patting it down. They say you want to do it as dense as it comes in the packaging, but I kind of just I do it so it's not where when I press down it pushes like another side up. Just gonna go around, even it all out. Okay, and most bowls, after you smoke them for a little while, they have like a kind of like a burn line. I do it right underneath the burn line, and kind of even with the spire. So you just kind of fill in the areas that need a little bit more. Okay, as you can see, it was a little. See, just add a little more there. Nice and dense, just like that. See how you're pressing down now? It's starting to move around a little bit. So like when I press here, it's like I'm adjusting over there. It's about as dense as I want it. I don't want it much denser than that. If you're packing something like the Alien or something like that, you might want it a little bit denser. But in the Harmony, you actually don't have to do it that dense. So make sure it's nice and even. Like I said, even with the spire. So it's looking about good to me. It's not, like I said, it doesn't have to be exact science. Just whatever you think is gonna be good. So. Clean off the edges. Looks about good. So now when you're using the Harmony with the Kaloud Lotus, because of those bumps on the bottom, you want it to actually touch the shisha, but you don't want it to burn. So what I do is actually, after it's packed on nice and dense, I'll take the toothpick, I'll kind of come underneath it and kind of fluff it, like bring it to raise it up a little bit. So it's still just as dense, but it's a little higher up. See how I did that? I just kind of brought it up, raised it up a little bit. So it's a little higher, but it's just as dense. Right? And then set that on top. I use 2 cocoa brick coals in there, or you can use like 3 cocoa nars or something of that size. Let it heat up for about 10 minutes and it's ready to go. With foil, I'll keep it pressed down nice and dense. I don't want too high, I don't want touching the foil. Tangiers will burn very easily, in my opinion. And once it gets burned, they say you can salvage sessions, but I prefer not to. So I just prefer it not burning in the first place. Yep. Alright, so the way I do my foil. Two layers of foil, shiny side down. This is a regular duty. If you're using heavy duty, 1 layer is fine. Some people do a foil test, which is kind of just palm it down. And you want to see the center spire, but with this particular Harmony bowl, you actually won't be able to see the spire because it's actually really recessed compared to my old Harmony bowl, which you could. So you can't actually see the spire. So turn it side down. And you want it really tight, just like every other bowl. Okay, the whole pattern I use is someone I think I actually took it from Hookah Rev or someone else. It's 4 deep holes, go all the way through for good airflow. And then I do a straight line pattern. So I do a little bit smaller holes. I don't use really big holes, but I use a lot of small holes. And I'll just keep doing this. That's roughly it. Just kind of fill in wherever you kind of missed. Okay, and this bowl actually does not have foil drag because the spire is actually recessed. But out of habit, I kind of just do this anyway. Okay, so that way the foil doesn't drag and you get nice even airflow. And I use 3 cocoa bricks. Start off here, here, and here, and I'll rotate them as I smoke. I tend not to rotate until the second round of coals, but for whatever reason you're not getting a lot of clouds, then you can rotate them as you're smoking. And we'll cut out and show you how it smokes. Alright, so we're back and we're smoking. It's my usual setup. It's a KM FIFA Ice Chiller. And I got the fancy hose on here, tap water on the base, the bowl as I showed you, got the 3 cocoa bricks on top. Been smoking for about 5 minutes now, and I'll show you the clouds. Smokes pretty well. It's like about 5 minutes, so as it heats up, we're going to get even more smoke, so you can adjust your coals accordingly. So on this Harmony bowl, it's actually one of my go-to bowls for all tobaccos, but it smokes Tangiers really nicely. We get a solid, we like to smoke for about 2.5 hours on this bowl, but I mean I've gotten upwards of about 5 hours. Just keep adding coals, and with cane mint, it's a really strong flavor, so you don't really get any harsh burn taste after like 3rd, 4th round of coals. And I've actually noticed the second round of coals actually tastes a little bit better. The kind of harsh mint flavor is kind of gone, and it works really nice in this bowl. So I'll show you a few more clouds. Thank you guys for watching, and enjoy my Witch sandwich from the Atlantic Station location, one of my favorite locations. And thank you guys for watching. Take care.